Joining me is David Connolly, the Associate Artistic Director for Drayton Entertainment. Thanks for coming in studio today.
Thanks for having me.
I'll tell you what, we are so proud and so lucky here locally to have seen the rise of Drayton Entertainment. From the early believers, you must remember those people, right?
I do.
Who went to see plays in Drayton,
Yep.
to the company now, Drayton Entertainment, that has just grown, and you're coming off a great year, aren't you?
Our best year yet. Yeah. We're on 7 stages in 5 venues now in southwestern Ontario, and it was our most successful year so far. So it speaks volumes to the power of live entertainment, especially live theater.
You know, and I love to hear about that, David, because we're in a world where so much of entertainment is consumed on tablets and smartphones and streams. People still want to be in the same room and see live performance. What do you attribute that to? Is it a demographic thing?
No, I think that people yearn for community, and even when you're sitting in the dark in a movie, that's different than staying at home. So people still have a base desire, I think, to experience feelings together. And the heightened feelings about being in live theater is that anything can go wrong. So I think that people enjoy that. It's a wonderful kind of communal. We're never together anymore. We don't have excuses to get together. So I think getting together in the dark to experience some kind of emotional, experience is valued, and people are still. Theater will never go away. Knock on wood. Theater is always going to be a mainstay of our culture, I hope.
All right, well, let's talk to the skill and the fact that Drayton Entertainment is something that's important to you and for Drayton Entertainment, to Alex Moustakis, is the development of the next wave of talent. The next, and that's what we're here to talk about today, the Youth Musical Theater Program.
Yeah.
Explain what this is all about, the why and the how, and who's it for.
Sure. It started 3 years ago. This will be our 3rd year. And Alex Moustakis, our artistic director and CEO, founder of Drayton, was invested in the idea that we give back to the community. That was kind of first layer. And that we invest in the youth of that community. And the byproduct of that is that we get to start to train young people to be on our stages. So ultimately, this is self-serving. It serves the community, it serves those kids, it provides them an opportunity to not only learn skills in musical theater, singing and dancing and acting, but it also gives them a community, it gives them like-minded people. They're very big fish in their little ponds, and we bring them together to put them in a big pond, and they get to learn that there are, weirdos, theater geeks, nerds just like them. And so that's one of the joys of what we do, is that they find confidence. They find real kind of community that allows them to make different choices about whether they're going to pursue this in post-secondary education. But it also allows them the confidence that they're going to bring to whatever they do. Whether they become performers or not, they're going to be enhanced by the creative thinking that's involved in training like this, and the courage it takes to get up and, be fearless. And that's all great. And as I said, the byproduct of that is that we start to get to know these people and get to instill in them skills that are really beneficial to our productions. So it's almost like a feeder. Hopefully, eventually, it will be a feeder to being in our professional company.
Talking to David Connolly, the Associate Artistic Director, Drayton Entertainment. Okay, so that's the reason for it. And by the way, I concur that even if they don't pursue it professionally, the skills you get, the just self-improvement from performing, the same reason that I've known people that have gone to improv classes, just to come out of their shell, just to see a different side of themselves. But for Drayton Entertainment, as you say, it means that people don't have to necessarily go away for a lot of years and then come back. They can get a taste of it right here, locally.
Well, our hope is that they will go away for a lot of years, that this will give them exposure. Our faculty is made up of performers who are performing for us. So we have access to Broadway stars that are performing for us in the theater next door. So we just call them up and say, come on over for the afternoon and spend some time with our kids. And so the faculty is unparalleled in that we have the best in the country working for us professionally. And so they get to meet and be taught by that group of people. So we pride ourselves on that being very unique to training programs like ours. And that in those conversations, they find out that everybody has a different road to their professional career. Some people go away and study at, a college or a university, and some don't, but they'll go, there's many ways to train to become this, and they get to open their blinders to all of those possibilities through amazing teachers.
Okay, so let's talk to how young people can apply. There's different levels, there's different courses. So maybe walk me through what they can participate in.
Sure. Well, in the Waterloo region, we're offering 3 training programs. One is for preteens, so that's 9 till 12. And the occasional exceptional 8-year-old will be in a week-long preteen course, and there's a week-long teen course, which is 13 and over. And so in those classes, we'll do 5 days. We'll do Monday to Friday and culminate on Friday with a performance for friends and family. But we study singing, dancing, acting. They get exposure to backstage. They get exposure to front of house. They learn how marketing works. Like, we want to give them a full range of, if you have a passion for the theater and storytelling, maybe you're not meant to be on stage. Maybe that's not your thing. Right. Maybe you'll discover, in the lighting seminar that that is, you didn't know how fantastic sound could be, or, building sets or building costumes. So we try to do a maximal exposure that way in those 2-week courses. And we also offer a thing that we started last year that was hugely successful called the Pre-Professional Program, which is a 2-week program. We take advanced, in air quotes, if you can't see me, kids that prepare a musical over those 2 weeks. So on day 1, we audition and cast it. So they have the experience of what it means. And then we're not only in the process of putting a musical together that performs on that last Friday, but they get to know. We stop and talk about the process. We stop and talk about, okay, we're going to do auditions. This is how you audition. We're going to cast it. This is how you cast it. We're going to stage it. This is how you stage it. So it's a stop and start of how to put a musical together, but with a lot of education behind all of the choices. So they get a real sense of not only being in a show, which is offered other places. You can go other places and be in a show. But in ours, we really want them to understand the process and the people and what it takes to make it all happen. So this year we're doing Seussical, the musical, based on the stories of Dr. Seuss.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, you're also behind it. Not only are you in an instruction capacity, but you're also behind the performances too, the final performance.
I direct and choreograph that group very happily. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it's going to be fantastic. Okay, for someone watching, listening, how do they sign up? How do they sign their child up or their youth up?
Yep. DraytonEntertainment.com is the website, and that will guide you to a youth auditions page. We want to make those auditions, they're on February 25th. We want to make them as user-friendly as possible. We don't want anyone to be nervous or scared or not come. So we've given them the material to prepare. There's a song online that has backing tracks and vocal tracks and sheet music. So you learn that song, you come on the 25th, you'll be with a lot of other people who love what you do and love to do what you do. And we'll decide from there who gets placed. We only put 30 kids per class so that we can have real one-on-one, attention given. So we'll be ultimately picking 30 preteens, 30 teens, and then 30 in the pre-professional program is what we're looking for. And you register online to let us know you're coming.
It's a warm, supportive environment. Fantastic. And one component, by the way, you'd mentioned to me is the children's chorus.
Yes, that's a totally different subject, but I'm glad you brought that up. What we offered before we offered the training program were opportunities for kids to be in professional musicals with professional actors in what we call the children's chorus. So this year, the Waterloo region offering is The Little Mermaid. It will run in the summer, and so on that same day, we will be looking for kids who want to perform in that. You don't have to be part of the training program to be considered for that, but we will use the same audition material. And you'll just check a number of boxes on your registration form to let us know what you're interested in. But we will be looking for 2 teams of local singer-dancers that will appear in the professional production of Disney's Little Mermaid.
Excellent. DraytonEntertainment.com is where you're going to find all of the information, and a wonderful way to learn and be educated, as you said, in a supportive environment, and maybe find your profession, your calling, maybe behind the scenes, as you said, maybe on stage, but you'll never know if you don't try. So go to the website, get all of the information. Wonderful. And CHYM 96.7 is proud to be sponsoring, too. Must say, we love this partnership. This is great.
Well, so do we.
Excellent, yeah. Our thanks to David Connolly, Associate Artistic Director for Drayton Entertainment, to tell us about the youth musical theater program. Thank you, David.
Thank you.